have you ever wondered what is the bare minimum you can do for your health? And many times you get overwhelmed with all the things that I say here. It goes right over your head and you just cannot see how you would fit that in your schedule, either because you're too busy or simply because you're not a health enthusiast and you just don't want to do all that. So today the video is about the bare minimums. What can you do that is the least you can do per day that will benefit your health? So let's start with diet. So at least 4 cups of veggies. So these can be cooked or raw, whatever color. And that's pretty easy to do if you in the morning have a smoothie with 2 cups, and then lunch and dinner you'll have a cup in each of the meal, and boom, you're done with all your veggie requirements, minimum veggie requirements. So I suggest just a basic smoothie of 2 cups of any greens you like, kale, spinach, arugula, whatever you want. Then you can have a cup of fruit in there. You can have some slices of ginger for flavor, some mint for flavor, and lime or lemon juice for flavor. If you don't like lime or lemon, don't put it, blend it with water, and boom, you have at least 1 of your servings of fruit and 2 of your servings of veggies. So the next thing would be a day you would want 2 cups of fruit. And 2 cups is really not that much. It's like one piece of big fruit, like an apple would be one equivalent of that. And so if you have 2 pieces of fruit, 2 different fruits a day, that would be fine. It doesn't really matter when. So if you have 1 in the smoothie, you only have to eat 1 another during the day. And these 2 combined will give you about the 30 grams of fiber at least that you should have in your diet. If you're a guy, you kind of need a little bit more than that. If you're a girl, you kind of need a little bit less than that. So I kind of got a number in the middle. And that'll keep your gut health, it'll keep your skin clearer, it'll help you with your constipation, it helps control your blood sugar. It's just enormous benefits. So having about 30 grams of fiber per day, and that is the equivalent of having 4 cups of veggies and 2 cups of fruit. Or you can get it from, you can add even more if you have more beans, if you have nuts and seeds, so you even add a little bit more fiber. In terms of protein, you want to be having like 9 ounces of a piece of meat, chicken, fish a day. So each of your meals, you want to be having about 3 ounces of protein. And then you would have 9 ounces if you have 3 meals. And that'll give you more or less the amount of protein you want. You want to have 1 fermented food a day. And I'm sure this is probably what most people are not doing. But if you're not getting the probiotics from your diet and you're not taking it in a pill, you're really not taking care of those gut people that live there. And those are responsible for a million things: your immunity, your blood sugar control, your mind, your depression, your anxiety, your mood in general. It's just your hormones. It is very important for you to keep those people down there healthy. So eating 1 fermented food a day, and that can be a sauerkraut, a kimchi, a pickle, any pickled vegetable, pickled beets if you like them, all of the fermented soy products, so natto, tempeh, miso. What else? Kefir is a fermented food. Yogurt is too, but careful with the store-bought yogurts. Usually the bacteria there are dead, and they have like a ton of sugar. So kefir would be your best bet. Minimum of 3 colors in each of your meals. So not much breakfast, but at least lunch and dinner, you want to have 3 different colors. So maybe a green, maybe a yellowish, maybe a reddish, maybe a purplish, and maybe a white. So onions, would be the white, or a turnip or something like that. But at least 3 colors. That'll make sure that you're getting most of the vitamins and phytonutrients, antioxidants that you need in a day. So 3 colors, not really that hard. You should really aim to having 5 or 6 colors, but minimum 3. At least a palm of your hand, a very shallow, not overflowing palm of your hand of nuts a day. So walnuts are great for your brain, almonds are great, pecans are great, pistachios are great. I would not recommend the peanuts at all. And we won't get into why is that now, but no peanuts, but especially because peanuts is not actually a nut, it's a legume. But it has mold issues. It's very, very allergenic. So a little palm of your hand every day of any nuts or seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds. I guess nobody eats chia seeds like this, but you can put it on your salad or your soups. Hemp seeds, you get the point. A little palm of your hand. So that would be maybe 2 tablespoons, 2 heaping tablespoons would be kind of like that. Water. So you want to drink a minimum of 7 cups of water, 8 cups of water a day. And it's really not a hard number. Like the studies don't really show exactly how much water you need, but I mean, keep hydrated, okay? Bare minimum. You have to have a morning routine. Why do I say that? Because if you wake up and you're just immediately rushing to go get some coffee and run out the door, can you imagine how much adrenaline that released in your body, how much cortisol that released in your body? At least, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a 5-minute morning routine. Say a prayer, read one verse of the Bible, do 2 sentences of a gratitude journal, I don't know, sing one song, go scrape your tongue and sniff a little bit of essential oils. You don't even have to use a diffuser. Open a bottle, sniff it, deep breaths, maybe 3 deep breaths before you start your day, just so you can start your day a little bit more grounded and not just like rushing and being, completely flustered, already starting your day like that. Do you understand? So establish a morning routine that works for you. I don't care if it's 1 minute. It's better than 0, right? If you show up, it's better than perfection. So consistency in all of this. So I gave you, and maybe starting your day off with some warm water. You don't need to put some lemon on it. You don't need to put apple cider vinegar, but if you want to do it, even better. Just gets things moving in your gut, kind of prepares your body to receive food. So that's a nice little morning routine that you can start with. After you took a few deep breaths, scraped your tongue, brushed your teeth, then you go and have some warm water with whatever you want to put in it. You want to do at least 2 days of a week of something that helps you mobilize toxins. So we are exposed all the time. We're exposed by the products we put on your skin. We're exposed by the pesticides and the herbicides and the fertilizers that we eat in our food. We're exposed by pollution. We're exposed by chlorinated water. It's just a lot. And your body should be able to handle it, but give it a little hand. So 2 days a week, you want to do something simple as a foot soak with magnesium sulfate, bath salts. You can do a whole body soak in a tub. You can do some dry brushing with a dry brush. You can do sauna twice a week. That would be ideal. That would be perfect. All that will help you detox a little bit, mobilize a little bit of those toxins. So maybe some lymphatic drainage if you have access to a massage therapist that can do that for you, even better. But really help to try to do that twice a week. A foot soak you can do while you're working, so it's not like it's going to take time from your schedule. Minimum of 2 pauses during your workday. So you go in and you start working like crazy, and then when you skipped lunch, it's already time to go home and you didn't even take a breath. So, it doesn't have to be much. It can be look to the horizon, stop working on the computer, look to the horizon to reset your eyes, take a deep breath, and go back to work. Maybe stand up a little bit, move things up, just stand up, march in place, something, and then come right back to work. Just really use one of these things that tell you it's time to stand up, it's time to breathe. Don't ignore it. 2 pauses during your day, a minute each. It'll benefit you immensely. 1 practice of self-care per day and or a practice of stress management. So these kind of overlap. So it can be something as a journaling, something as a singing, something as a playing an instrument, doing any kind of a hobby that really gets you disconnected from problems, from family issues, from relationship issues, from your children, from whatever. Just something that you can be there in that moment doing, and that it's not vegging in front of the TV, because that is not active relaxation. It has to be like an active relaxation practice, a meditation, a breath work. And again, a minute is all you've got, give me a minute. If 5 minutes is all you've got, even better. But it really does not have to be, make a little list of what you have to do and start at a minute, but just do it. Because it really will help you. Then something very important that we have been forgetting is connecting. Let's connect to people. And this doesn't really have to be daily, but at least weekly. Touch base with your friends, send them a text. Make sure you're cultivating your relationships and just checking base with people, trying to meet up for coffee or for a drink or for something like that. Then you would like to do at least, this is bare minimum, guys, 15 minutes of moderate exercise. What's moderate exercise? A walk, a treadmill walk, a brisk walk outside, 15 minutes. What else? Climbing upstairs, that would be a little bit more vigorous. And if you want to go even faster in time, you can do 8 minutes of vigorous exercise. And one that I can recommend is that 7-minute workout. That is a really bad video that I have on my IGTV. I will replace that one soon with something with better quality, but there are plenty good ones on YouTube. You can just put it over there, 7-minute workout. If you can do that every day, that's great. It's better than not. So we've done that. And then 1 tea a day, at least. I'd like for everybody to be having 3 teas a day, but 1 tea a day. And if it's substituting another beverage, maybe a sugar sweetened beverage like a soda or an iced tea full of sugar or a frappuccino or just a coffee later in the day, maybe substitute that one beverage for 1 tea, because the tea, it has antioxidants, it has phytonutrients, it hydrates you. It is just a world of benefit. So 1 tea per day, at least. And then you want to keep those minimum of 12 hours between dinner and breakfast on the other day. And you want to have at least, and this is very, very, very minimum, at least an hour before you lay down after you had your last meal of the day. Ideally, the recommendation is for 3 hours. But hey, we're starting baby steps here. So give me at least 1 hour. So finish your dinner at least 1 hour before you lay down. That'll help with reflux. That'll help your sleep quality. That'll help your digestion. It'll help you detox during the night. And you want lunch, or you want dinner and breakfast to be at least 12 hours apart. This is minimum. This is not intermittent fasting. It's a physiologic bowel rest that everybody should be having. Minimum of 7 hours of sleep. I searched and searched, and there is nowhere that is written that less than 7 hours would be beneficial. Yes, there are people, and these are minority people, that can thrive at 6 hours, but most vast majority is 7 hours. Even better, 8. And the top number would be 9. More than that, just for kids. More than that would be a little bit much. And then finally, I want to end with something now that is a maximum, but because people have been overstepping these boundaries a little bit much. So maximum of 1 drink per day if you're a woman, 2 drinks per day if you're a guy. And what is a drink? It is 1 can of beer. It is 1.5 ounces of a liquor, vodka, gin, a spirit, and 150 milliliters, which is 5 ounces of wine. Who here drinks 5 ounces of wine? We usually, fill up the wine like this. So if you're going to drink every day, mind your portions, okay? Mind your portions. And if you save up today and you don't drink tomorrow, you don't get to drink double, okay? So portion control. And it's fine if in the weekend, 2 days a week, you go overboard. That is fine. But if you're drinking every day, mind your portions, all right? And that was the minimum that I had for you today.